The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People, based upon a real-life relationship, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon. Do read it. I'm sure you'll love it. It's www.miamosinzia.com and www.amazon.com/miamosinzia.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable, custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention The Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author Mia Mosinzia of No Time for Love, called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love will be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the mikewagnershow.com and over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon Audible. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, TuneIn, and Pandora. Heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with a terrific singer-songwriter, very multi-talented, from northern Minnesota. He began writing at the age of 16. He's got some releases out right now, and he's looking to release a 6-song EP sometime later in the year. He moved to Nashville recently to hone his craft, pick up more experience, and of course, just warming up to some country over there. And live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in the beautiful Music City, ladies and gentlemen, the very, very multi-talented singer-songwriter from northern Minnesota, and chilling out today with us on the Mike Wagner Show, Olin Wallace. Olin, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, man, thanks so much for having me, buddy.
Well, it's great to have you on, Olin, as well, too. So you're originally from northern Minnesota. You began writing at the age of 16. You pretty much taught yourself how to play a guitar, develop your own material, and you spent many years, perfecting your craft and, playing locally. And you're in Nashville right now, and you've released a few singles, and you're looking to release an EP coming up, and you got a song we'll be playing later as well, too, Legends Never Die. You've got an amazing career ahead of you. Before we get into all that, tell us how I first got started, Olin.
Well, my first steps into music really was my mom had me taking piano lessons, and I was pretty young, about second, third grade, and that was kind of my first little taste into music, and from there it escalated into playing band. I used to play in like pep band and travel band and stuff, and but my love of guitar and my love of singing and songwriting came actually from my grandpa, who used to sing and play in the early 70s. He made his rounds up in the local area, and he came down to Nashville for a little bit. But that's really listening to him play and sing when we would go to our hunting cabin on weekends, and that was really where my love for the six string and my love for the actual craft of writing came from. And from there, it kind of, once I took the reins on that and got my first guitar and started learning a little bit, and coming from a small town, we didn't have a lot of people that could teach us lots of things, so it was pretty much learn as you go process. But you got along, and thankfully I grew up in the day and age of YouTube, where you can learn pretty much anything at the click of a button. So when I had a chance, I would try and load some videos, because we didn't have cell phone service or internet at our house, but I would preload some videos when we were in town, and then I would watch them when I get home, and just learn as much as I could from that, and learn from friends that knew more than me, and just keep the process going. And yeah, it's pretty much where it all started.
Wow, that's amazing. I should probably get in a cabin one day and start playing guitar, and I think that's a really good idea of what you're doing. And what was that one precise moment that influenced you into what you're doing? You talked about being in a cabin, picking up a six string. So what was that one precise moment in your mind that simply said, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life?
So I was influenced a lot by my grandpa, who sang and played a lot, but the exact moment in my life that I decided this is what I want to do forever and ever, it was my first concert experience, and I was 15, and my sister took me to a Justin Moore concert.
Oh, wow.
And it was the first ever concert I had gone to, and he had just released his one of his albums, and the song Grandpa was just cycling through. That was the big hit that he had out that was making the rounds. Mm-hmm. And right in the middle of the show, he closed off all the lights, and he went out on stage and took a bar stool and sat it in the middle of the stage, and took out a acoustic guitar and played the whole song acoustically just by himself in the middle of the stage. And that was kind of the moment, being there and watching that and feeling the energy of the room and everything that was going on. That was the moment when I was like, that's what I want to do forever and ever, is I want to be a part of that.
Wow, that is amazing. Justin Moore is an excellent musician in the country world, I got to tell you that. And besides Justin Moore, who are some of your favorite singers and musicians growing up?
I listened to a lot of old stuff, because that's what my grandpa played. He played a lot of Hank Sr., and so I lit up listening to that. We made our rounds through all the Outlaws of Waylon and Willie and all those guys growing up. Mm-hmm. But when I used to fix cars with my dad, I would help him in the garage and fix cars, and the only radio station that would come in was 102.9 The Rock. So it was really a constant cycle of 70s classic rock. And that's kind of where the mesh of my country rock roots sort of come from. It was growing up on this traditional side of listening to my grandpa play and sing, and all the CDs and cassettes of that he had, and then growing up listening to the rock stations. And my dad was pretty into the harder rock for the 70s and 80s, and so I have this clash of genres that was kind of mixed together from birth.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, people just take blues, jazz, classical, and just like throw everything, mix up in the pot, and come up with something. And how would you best describe your sound?
It's definitely like alternative country music. It's very it has a very hard rock feel behind it. It keeps that high energy level up, but I'm deep rooted lyrically with the storytelling side of country, and really trying to paint the picture for the audience. It doesn't matter if it's an upbeat song, fast song, slow song. It's really lyrically it's about painting the picture. And musically, that's where that rock side kicks in to keep that energy up and keep your feet moving.
And what are some of your favorite songs describing the storytelling, as you had mentioned?
Songs that I've written, or just songs that I listen to?
Songs that you've listened to.
Oh, well, I mean, one of my favorite songs to listen to that I always play, and I try to play it at shows a lot too, is the Willie Nelson song, My Heroes Have Always Been Cowboys. That was a picture painted moment, and I can see that song clearly every time I listen to it. And the instrumentally, and rock wise, I listen to the Motley Crue feel of that high intensity behind their actual music side. So you have, like Kickstart My Heart is that's a really, really high energy song. So I try to take the energy pieces from that and the lyrical pieces from the other side.
Wow, that is amazing. And we'll talk about your music as well, too, how that all transpires, including the song Legends Never Die and more. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention The Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author Mia Motion Zia of No Time for Love, called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love will be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com and over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon, Audible. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Also heard on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here, a singer, songwriter, very multi-talented country western singer, Olin Wallace from northern Minnesota, here on the Mike Wagner Show. Before we talk about your song, Legends Never Die, we'll be playing that in a few minutes, along with some of your other works. Describe your journey going from northern Minnesota down to Nashville. So, what got you first going to Nashville? Maybe describe your journey.
Well, chasing the music is really what got me down here. And when I was looking for colleges when I was in high school, and I was looking for where I wanted to go, and I knew that I wanted to go to a music school. And actually, what I went to school for was audio engineering. So I was really looking for, one of the better programs in that. And one of my teachers said, well, if you music-wise, you should look at Nashville. So I started looking at schools down there. And then I found Belmont University in Nashville, and I went and told my mom, I was like, hey, I'm looking at this school, and she's like, oh, that's cool. And then I told my grandma or whatever, and she was like, hey, your aunt went there. Tiffany actually went to Belmont and was alum. So I didn't even know that, but I kind of brought it up to them, and they thought it was they know it was a really good school. So that's what first got me going down here was school. And then Nashville is one of those places you get here, and it just latches onto you and it won't let go. It's everywhere you play, everywhere you sing, and every show you go to, you just want to keep coming back and coming back. And once you open the door and you take that first step in, you don't really ever want to leave again. So once I got down here for school, I pretty much started to dive into the atmosphere and meeting all the people and started networking, and yeah, you don't really ever want to leave from there.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you talk about being on stage before the pandemic hit, obviously, and your time in Nashville. What would you say your most favorite moment was when you're on stage in Nashville?
Most favorite moment when I was on stage? Oh man, there's so many good moments. It's hard to always pick one. But I'd say favorite moments on stage, is when you get up there. Because I've done some writers rounds and played around town for that, and those are they're super enjoyable. You get to listen to the songs that are stripped down. You really get to listen to the heart of them and where they came from. And being on stage with I play some shows with Zach Gore, who's one of my good friends. And whenever me and him share a stage, it's always a fun night. It's always good. We always play off of each other and talk and tell jokes. And that was probably my best moments on stage are just being up there with friends that I get to play with and get to do the things that I love every day.
It sounds like you have a lot of fun, Olin, and you also had some music out that you released a while back and looking to release a 6-song EP. And tell us about some of the songs that you've got coming up and coming out as well.
Yeah, so right now we're still in the process of picking which songs are going to be on the EP, and then still writing, because you never know if the song I write tomorrow is going to be better than the one that I had already picked out, and that's going to be the one that's on the EP. So they're still pushing each other around, and but it's definitely looking at as a whole piece of work. It's definitely going to be a lot of upbeat stuff. There's going to be a couple really heartfelt songs. I actually lost a friend when I was in high school, and I wrote a song that kind of reflects for that and people that have just lost loved ones. So I know that one for sure is going to be on there. I won't give out any titles or anything yet, but that one is definitely going to be out there. So there's going to be something for everybody on this EP that's coming out, between love songs and sad songs, because that's what country music was made on, and then all those party songs and things that keep your feet moving. And
don't forget the beer and the dog as well. So,
oh yeah,
and the guns and what goes on between whoever. So you got all that. And what else do you base your lyrics on when it comes to your songwriting?
My lyrics are always based on everyday life. Everything that's drawn from my personal life. My music is my book. It's my it's my journal. Every time you hear a song that I've written, it's either something I've experienced or a really close friend of mine has experienced and shared the thoughts with me, or it's something that I've just been thinking about. But everything is based pretty much directly out of my life, whether it's firsthand or secondhand from a friend. But all my lyrical content are just things that I do throughout the day and actual stories that I've lived out.
Mm-hmm. And that's very interesting as well. Looking forward to what you got. We're going to play Legends Never Die in just 1 minute by Olin Wallace. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author Mia Motion Zia of No Time for Love, called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love will be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the mikewagnershow.com and over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Also heard on coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here, a country singer, songwriter, multi-talented Olin Wallace from northern Minnesota, now in Nashville here on the Mike Wagner Show. Right now, here's one of his songs that's going to be released very soon and hitting the charts. Here's Olin Wallace with Legends Never Die, right here on the Mike Wagner Show.
Climb the chute and feel the devil's hate. Try not to think about yesterday's pain. Grit your teeth and open your mind. You can't afford to fall off tonight. So close your eyes and hold fade away with time. Legends never die. Legends never die. 8 seconds on a rainbow, buckle and go. Million on the line, you better bear down tonight. If you wanna be tough and you wanna be lame, wanna be the man with the big last name. One more ride, champion for life. Legends never die. Legends never die. Button up your pearls, tighten up your spurs, rosin up that Latin go. It's time for your biggest show. The fans hold their breath when a rider nods his head. The gate opens wide. Legends never die. Legends never die. 8 seconds on a rainbow, buckle and go. Million on the line, you better bear down tonight. If you wanna be tough and you wanna be lame, wanna be the man with the big last name. One more ride, champion for life. Legends never die. Eight seconds on a rainbow, buckle and go. A million on the line, you better bear down tonight. If you wanna be tough and you wanna be lame, wanna be the man with the big last name. One more ride, champion for life. Legends never die. Legends never
Great song by Olin Wallace from northern Minnesota, now Nashville. Legends Never Die in the Mike Wagner Show. Great tune. Tell us more about that song and what inspired you to write that song, Olin.
Well, when it I mean, I grew up riding a little bit, and I grew up in a rodeo crowd, and and it was, I was thinking about the NFR coming up, and people just needed a good hype song, because not everybody could get to go to it, so it's always just good to get something that gets you excited, and that's a passion of mine, rodeo, and that's where the people I love are. That's a rodeo crowd, the rough and rowdy ones, and so I figured I'd come out with a rough and rowdy song for all of them right before the NFR took place, and yeah, so just looking back on the little bit of riding that I did when I was growing up, and some of my friends, and talked to them about it, and put together that song from all the different aspects of it, and yeah, it was just that was a fun one to write, and it's been a fun one to play and share with everybody.
That sounds amazing, too. And you say you rode in rodeos. And how many times you got to ride the bull? And what was it like? What's that standard? 3 seconds, 5 seconds? And how many times have you done that?
Well, it's you're supposed to ride it out for 8 seconds.
8 seconds, that's it. I get the numbers mixed up. Some people say 3, 5, 8 seconds. Okay.
We used to buck rough stock when I was growing up, and I rode and I flew off one and went headfirst into a fence, and
Ooh.
Pretty much decided to play guitar since then.
Very smart move. If something were to happen to you permanently, you wouldn't be on the show, and I guess you could say that ain't no bull.
Yes, sir.
Once again, singer, songwriter, country, soon-to-be sensation, Olin Wallace from northern Minnesota, now in Nashville here on the Mike Wagner Show. Olin, just a few more minutes here before we go. We love to have you back. Thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. And what can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond?
You know, hopefully this pandemic calms down and we can start playing shows again. But like we talked about before on the show, working on that 6-song EP that's supposed to be coming out in the spring and trying to book some dates for places that'll have us. Really wanted to get back up to Minnesota and play some shows up there in that region of my old stomping grounds. But I know they're completely shut down still. So hopefully when the pandemic lifts, we can get a tour pulled together to push out the new EP that's going to be coming out in the spring that we're working on and writing songs for right now with me and my team of writers that I've been writing with. We're putting some good stuff together for everybody.
In the meantime, where can we find Legends Never Die and other material?
So all of my music is out on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere that you guys listen and stream to music, you can go find it. It's just Olin Wallace. Music is where my Facebook, my Instagram, and my Twitter are. So pretty much if you type Olin Wallace music into Google or any search engine, I'll show up and you can find me and find my music on everything.
Sounds very good. And lastly, who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
Biggest influence in my career?
Yes.
I guess I would have to say my grandpa. He's the one who got me started, and if it wasn't for him, then I wouldn't be playing music.
Mm-hmm. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Be yourself. Don't ever try to be someone you're not. I know the music industry is tough, and it expects you to be something that you're not always, and things change and things evolve, and they want you to be something different sometimes, but don't worry about it. Just play your music, sing your songs, and write your lyrics, and love what you do, and other people will love it too. So just always stay true to yourself. And that's very important as well, too. Once again, singer-songwriter Olin Wallace here on the Mike Wagner Show. Olin, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or listen to your music? So my website is olinwallacemusic.com, and actually right now we're doing a promotion. So if you guys buy any merchandise throughout the month of December, if you need any late Christmas gifts or anything, all the money that's purchased on merchandise will be going to horse rescues for the middle part of Tennessee. All that money will be going directly to them to help fund efforts to rescue horses. And my music is out on all streaming services, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, YouTube, anywhere you listen to music. Okay. Yeah. That sounds very good. Once again, Olin, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch, and love to have you back on again soon. You've been absolutely great. Thank you so much, sir. The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, this is Mia Mosenzel, also known as Mia No Time for Love. check out my latest book, Missing, Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People Based Upon a Real-Life Relationship, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon. Do read it. I'm sure you'll love it. It's www.miamosinzia.com and www.amazon.com/miamosinzia.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.